Tonight I'm going to forsake creature comforts like soft furnishings and crisp linen, not to mention other unnecessary fripperies like food and clothing, at the Spirit Horse Nomadic Circle camp. In a remote valley not far from here, an Irish shaman is waiting for me. He's prepared a day and a night of initiation ceremonies and challenges to help me locate the warrior within. Exactly what I'm going to be expected to do has been withheld from me so that I can have a spontaneous experience. All I know is that we begin in a few hours' time at first light by immersing ourselves in an icy cold mountain pool. Well, I don't like to appear smug, but I think I can handle that. When I immersed my head, it was like instant. It was like turning a switch. I got this shooting pain that came up my head, like right the way through the middle of my head, which was intense for 20 seconds in there, and is just throbbing a bit now. But it's, your skin feels, I feel completely different. My whole skin feels, I don't know, it's
shining and new. This is water. The next element we'll go through is space, then there will be earth. There will be air, and we'll end with fire. Tonight, at midnight.
Okay. Each summer, Spirit Horse set up camp in a hidden valley in mid-Wales. Miles from the nearest road, unseen by outsiders, they draw on Buddhist, Celtic and Native North American traditions for their rituals, workshops and celebrations. No sign of any paracetamol, though.
Peter, first of all, sit comfortably. I think as we've been in the water, we'll have some hot tea right now, and we'll have a smudge. I think maybe the smudge should happen right now. So this is sage and cedar, which is an American Indian way of driving out any little demons that are troubling you. Just let this smoke cleanse you and the space around you. I'm inviting you today, Peter, to go along with my invitations. To move through the elements, to move through a few very simple, possibly, to use a big word, shamanistic practices, in order to step more and more into life. We'll spend about an hour going deeper and deeper into just being.
I found myself thinking that I knew nothing about Shivam O'Brien, yet I'd agreed to place myself totally in his hands. I understood that the day had been prepared specially for me, so on one level it was just a game, a series of hoops for me to jump through. But even so, the emotions I experienced would be real enough. And then I remembered I wasn't supposed to be thinking any of this because I was supposed to be meditating.
We have a small shrine here with a Buddha, but in some ways the trees and everything else here is a little acknowledgement to the local denizens, the local spirits, whatever they are, some local influence. So I have with me some whole nut chocolate, which I am kind of partial to myself at times. So I offer this little bits here to all local spirits. A little bit of sweetness, a little bit of nuttiness, a little bit of something nice. Something that smells nice, something that tastes nice. Something to bring the presence of Tantric Buddhas. Oh, spirits of the valley! Oh, come down and smell these things and eat them and do as you please. I only small little offerings and nothing special, but please, we offer something. Give us good walk. Aho! It's a lovely glade. A place where very little could go wrong and nothing could harm you. Sweet place to be. If you step over that, you have to be willing to let go of one of your masks.
Of one of my masks?
You have to stop pretending something or other.
Yeah.
Or else you have to go home, basically.
Okay. Okay.
Let's go.
I was being taken to confront my fear of the unknown, which frightened me because I didn't know what it was.
Down there is an entrance to the underworld. You can make it your own underworld if you want to. That's where you're going.
Down there. What am I going to do?
Enter into a place that's dark. Go right to the very, very end. And be willing to confront whatever fear arises. If this brings any kind of anxiety up, any kind, then you deliberately enter into it as an opportunity to feel such things. Not like, I wish this wasn't happening, but right, I'm really feeling something, I'm alive, something's happening, I'm going to go with this. Be totally willing to experience it.
It's a tough one.
If you think of a way of making it tough for yourself, I suggest you do it.
How far in is it? What are the dimensions?
Better if you didn't ask me, don't you think?
I don't know.
Better if you just took this on as unknown. The more unknown, the more useful to you. I'm inviting you to take the warrior stance. In an opening of any Grimm's tale, you know, there's somebody goes around looking for trouble.
Where is it then?
Well, it's down there.
An entrance to the underworld.
Let's say an entrance to the underworld, an entrance to fear. It's what you make of it. I'm not saying it's a tiger down there or a leopard.
Oh, that's big of you.
Whatever you make of it. It's a gateway to power like everything else around here. If you're interested in such things, what's your answer? You've been asked nothing yet. You may like to put your armor on, it's a bit cold in there.
Yeah?
As you like, or you can go in naked if you like.
I won't go in naked, thanks.
I mean, we wouldn't want you to catch your cold now, would we?
No need to take the piss.
Yo! Hi-ho! Now I place you under geisha. This is an obligation to go to the end of this cave tunnel, whatever you want to call it. That's all.
But you won't tell me how far away the end is, or...
There is no big hole that you're going to fall down. There are no forks, but you will face a lot of darkness, and it's cold, and it's damp, and it's chilly. And I don't know whether ghosts live in there or not. But you must go to the end.
I'll know when I'm at the end, will I?
And you must come out when you're ready, and not before. If it brings you laughter, or it brings you courage, or it brings you pride, or it brings you any gift through your willingness to take on this foolery, then so be it.
It's all right, you're trying to reassure me with
And if you're
words
just
like
plain
foolery.
scared.
I am plain scared, yeah, I'm scared.
Well, we have a nice drum to reassure you. The echo swirling around your head will reassure you that there isn't a hope.
How deep's this water?
3 inches. You'll never drown in there.
Bloody hell. I was inside the cave for almost an hour. If I told you that at its deepest point, in total darkness, I had an encounter with a witch that turned my emotions inside out, then I don't know whether you'd believe me. Clearly, though, something had perked me up no end.
That's one of the most extraordinary experiences of my life.
Take your time, have a look around. You've been in there long enough.
I've never experienced anything so magical in my life. I felt like an electric current was being passed through me. I was tingling in every extremity of my body. And whether it was fear or exhilaration or energy being transferred from her to me, I neither know nor care. But it was extraordinarily vivid.
Something of the world of the archetypes, you know, they're all living in there somewhere, the whole dark forest. And a lot of the time they're just waiting for a little bit of nourishment. And when they get a little bit, you can start to dance. Now we dance our way back to the medicine lodge. We don't have to dash off anywhere. But let that dreaming or let that sort of little awakening, little places, let's just stay with that and we keep doing more. Lots more. I'd say, as the day is running on, as time is a flying arrow, we'd send you off somewhere else now.
Yeah, because my day's been a bit empty so far. You know, it's nice to have something to fill up the time.
Well, you've got to get properly prepared for this sweat lodge tonight.
Yeah.
So, tigers of wrath are wiser than the horses of instruction. I'm a bit of the horse myself. I want to send you off to the tiger. I want to send you somewhere that, again, you don't know where you're going. But it's into her lodge, stone medicine woman.
Right.
At least to a place where she manifests as such. It's a place where some interesting things have happened, certainly to me and to others. I want you to go there bearing gifts.
Right.
And the gifts you have to bring are 2 stones. What kind of stones is up to you? 2 stones is all I'm telling you.
Whatever strikes my
The
fancy.
valley's full of stones. Any 2 you like. The stone that fits your hand, the stone that fits your troubles and your problems, unvoiced as they are. They are gifts to a woman who intends to heal you. You say everything's all right, but I bet she's going to heal you anyway. You say you're doing fine, but I bet you're not. You probably don't think you need 2 stones, but you'll need them when you get there. Take as long as you want. A stone to bring a medicine lady. Hard to know what kind of stones medicine ladies want, really.
Cracked it. This is a pretty nice one, actually.
I thought you'd have something to say about your choice. Let's go with that
And a
pretty
nice-
nice stone of yours.
Pretty nice one, nice wet, rusty one, and a nice flat dry one.
Nice flat dry one and light wet. That's very nice. Let's go and see what the lady is.
Someone for the stone medicine.
He's going to the stone medicine lodge.
The imagery's a bit over the top, isn't it?
Oh, this is for the kids.
Kids. Us, you mean? Where am I going?
Okay.
Anthony will show you as we go.
All right. See you later. It's strange how quickly things start to seem normal, Anthony.
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
Stone medicine woman.
Don't ask me, I haven't a clue.
Peter.
I didn't know what a trance was before, but I do now. I've no idea how long I lay in this teepee, but it was long enough for the people outside to build a yurt. The crew had been excluded from my session with the medicine woman. When they returned, the blankets in which I'd been swaddled were taken away. The stones that had been laid on my body were removed, and the spell was broken. Goodbye, beautiful dreamlike trance. Hello, reality. Well, I say reality. I feel very warm inside from where you massage me, my shoulders and inside my back there.
I think they will have trouble to convince you to get dressed again. That is when you find your clothes.
Oh. My mum always warned me that something like this might happen, but would I listen? No, I would not. See what happens?
Somebody put a stone for ancestors. Somebody like me, for example. For Celtic ancestors, for these lands and for the sacred ways that are lost. And for their rediscovery. This wet faces east. Sweat Lodge is a lodge that you go into, but you never come out. You go in there to get reborn. So it's an element of death, an element of rebirth. There always is in everything anyway. Good influence from the east, north, south, and west. We mark a trail for you. Here we are. This trail, once we've marked it out, we will not step over. And when you do enter later on, you will touch the entrance and in some way acknowledge your connection to other beings. The Lakota word would be metakwasin, all my relations. But I'm not saying this is a Lakota lodge. In fact, I'd say it's not. This is a lodge of the kind that it is.
After heating up for several hours, the quartz rocks are removed from the fire and placed in the centre of the lodge, which is dark and airless as the grave, only hotter. A dozen of us go in. Once inside, you don't see or touch anyone else, but you can hear them. It's like, it's like, that's very strong medicine in there. It's pitch black, you can't see your hand in front of your face. It's like a sauna. I mean, it smells like a sauna, except that you're sitting on the earth. But the intensity of the atmosphere was overpowering. A couple of people thanking their parents for giving them life. Shivam comparing it to a womb for us and the heat of the womb. And a pregnant atmosphere. And each time the water went on, getting hotter and hotter. And I think my head's so stuffed full of things at the moment. It induces a spiral of panic. So there's not a lot else to do around here. I think something porcelain just dropped out of my bottom. It's not every day that happens, is it? Me, another miracle.